let me do this. Let me share with you, this is great. It's entitled The Secret of Life. An old man looked down at a youngster. Let me go back. A 7-year-old boy approached an old man in front of a wishing well, looked up into his eyes and asked, I understand that you're a very wise man. I'd like to know the secret of life. The old man looked down at the youngster and he replied, you know, I've thought a lot about it in my lifetime, and I think the secret can be summed up in 4 words. The first is to think. Think about the values that you wish to live your life by. The second is to believe. Believe in yourself, based on the thinking that you've done about the values you're going to live your life by. The third is to dream. Dream about the things that can be, based on your belief in yourself, and the values that you're going to live your life by. And lastly, is to dare. Dare to make your dreams become reality, based on your belief in yourself and your values. And with that, Walt Disney said to the little boy, think, believe, dream, and dare. Now, I'm going to finish by, I'm going to show you something that I just saw probably 7 days ago. Monday morning, 4:45 in the morning, I turned on the TV. And I don't know if any of you have seen this, but there's a story of a high school senior valedictorian for a school in Christchurch, New Zealand. He's 17 or 18 years old. And 3 weeks before, he was scheduled to deliver the address as a valedictorian. He was told that he had terminal cancer. I want you to watch this, not because I want you to feel sad, but I want you to watch with such astuteness how this young man describes life. And I think, you know, it made a difference. I mean, I truthfully, honestly, I found myself just crying in bed at 4:45 Monday morning because I couldn't believe it. But it made such an impact. And what it told me was that life is short. You can have fun, but you need a little balance along the way. Does that make sense? See, I think we all know how to sell real estate. I believe that. I just think we just got to do it. And then we got to figure out what we want to do with the rest of our lives. Rob, would you show that, please?
We're actually going to have a change in the program. Sorry, Mr. Chairman. Our senior monitor, Jake Bailey's been able to come to prize giving. He can't stay for long, so I'm going to invite Jake to make his address now. If Jake can't get through it all, I'll take his speech off him and he can continue on. So, come on, Jake.
I wrote a speech, and then the week before I was due to deliver that speech tonight, they said, you've got cancer. They said, if you don't get any treatment within the next 3 weeks, you're going to die. And then they told me that I wouldn't be here tonight to deliver that speech. But luckily, that speech isn't about what's to come. It's about what an amazing year it's been. And you didn't really expect me to write a whole other speech for my hospital bed, did you?
What happened? Oh, it's in the video.
But not you. Let others leave their future in someone else's hands, but not you. Of course, doing this will mean at some point, you have to face your fear of falling short. A fear of looking like a fool. A fear of not being enough. And being so, you might have been facing these fears every day. But here's the thing. None of us get out of life alive. So be gallant, be great, be gracious, and be grateful for the opportunities that you have. The opportunity to learn from the men who have walked before you and those who walk beside you. Boys, hi. I've been absent for 3 weeks. Could you please stop sending my mother texts every morning asking if she knows where I am? That aside, I've missed you all dearly. For the past 5 years, I've been a proud student who attended Christchurch Boys High, and from today onwards, for the rest of my life, I will be a proud old boy, giving back to those before me as they've given to me. My challenge to each of you, and to myself, is to continue to grow and to develop for the better. The future is truly in our hands. Forget about long-term dreams. Let's be passionately dedicated to the pursuit of short-term goals. Micro-ambitious. Work with passion and pride on what is in front of us. We don't know where we might end up, or when it might end up. Some of us will not cross paths again. Some of us will likely be seen on TV, others in print, some of us in prison. But I've thoroughly enjoyed growing up with each and every one of you.
It's actually about an 18-minute speech. We don't have time for all that. I am going to share with you one last thing. We'll call it a day together. It's something that Irma Bombeck wrote in 1980. And it's entitled, If I Had to Live My Life Over Again. I want you just to think about it. Because you know, we know what real estate's, we know that we have to have a goal, we gotta have a plan, we gotta be inspired, we gotta have a focus. Gotta stay away from negative people. Gotta be a business person, or look at it business-wise. We know what all those things are, ladies and gentlemen. We know it. So now we just gotta worry a little bit about the game of life. Listen to this, and I quote. Someone asked me the other day if I had my life to live over again, would I change anything? My answer was no, but then I thought about it and I changed my mind. If I had my life to live over again, I would have waxed less and listened more. Instead of wishing away 9 months of pregnancy and complaining about the shadow over my feet, I'd have cherished every minute of it and realized that the wonderment growing inside of me was to be my only chance in life to assist God in a miracle. I would never have insisted the car windows be rolled up on a summer day just because my hair had been teased and sprayed. I would have invited friends over to dinner, even if the carpet was stained and the sofa was faded. I would have eaten popcorn in the good living room and worried less about the dirt when you lit the fireplace. I would have taken the time to listen to my grandfather ramble about his youth. I would have burnt the pink candle sculptured like a rose before it melted while being stored. I would have sat cross-legged on the lawn with my children and never worried about grass things. I would have cried and laughed less while watching television, but more so while watching real life. I would have shared more of the responsibility carried by my husband, which I took for granted. I would have eaten less cottage cheese and more ice cream. I would have gone to bed instead of pretending I was sick and that the earth would go into a holding pattern for the day. I would never have bought anything just because it was practical, wouldn't show soil, and was guaranteed to last a lifetime. When my child kissed me impetuously, I never would have said, later, now go get washed up for dinner. There would have been more I love yous, more I'm sorries, and more I'm listenings. But mostly, given another shot at life, I would seize every minute of it. I would look at it and really see it. I would try it on, live it and exhaust it, and never give that minute back until there was nothing left of it. Ladies and gentlemen, God bless you all. Have a great convention. Talk to you later.